Hey, I might be streaming, which would be cool. Let me go check the window here. Do. Does it say I'm connected? Receiving your content. Woo! That's awesome. And look, there it is. Okay, so now I got to go and find the link. Where is the live page? Live stream health. We'll start the real program in just a moment. As soon as I can figure out, hey, there's people here. That might not matter. Hi, let me type hi to you. Hi, guys. All right. Yes, random Chaz for you guys. And the reason why is because this hotel room. Okay, let me back up a second. I'm at the GAMA Trade Show 2018 in Reno, Nevada, and I just happened to bring the laptop with me on a whim to maybe do some video editing. And I discovered that the free internet that comes with the hotel room has like 90 megabit per second upload and download speeds. And to compare, when I'm at home, when I'm doing like the metagame or table scraps, my download speed there is 10 megabit per second down and zero point 0.8 up. So I have like 100 times faster internet here in this hotel room than I have at home. So I figured I would take advantage of it and actually stream with it a little bit. So what I'm going to do real quick is I am going to go show the recording area with the dice tower. Then I'm going to come back here and see if there's anyone that has any questions. So hang on, I'm going to unplug the computer here, and hopefully that doesn't diminish the quality of our broadcast. But I'm going to go over here. So the suite that they put us in has enough room, and it's very, very dark, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it behind me. And there's lag, so I'm like 20 seconds behind, so I don't know if it's even bright enough. But you can see the Dice Tower banner in the background behind me. It's nighttime. It's 9 o'clock at night here, so all the lights are dim, and like any hotel room, there's barely any light inside. But there you go. There's the Dice Tower banner behind me. That's where we've been doing interviews, and where we'll continue to be doing interviews with publishers and other neat board game personalities throughout the week. Dice Tower isn't really live streaming any of the publisher interviews. They're just doing random live streams, kind of like this one. So that's kind of the stuff that they are recording here is going to be showing up on the Dice Tower channel within the next couple of weeks, 1 to 3 weeks from now. So let me try to get this propped up a little better. All right. Again, I have a lag latency, so I can't tell if this is better or worse, and I have the laptop propped up on a pillow now, which I don't know if that's wise or not. Get a little closer here. So today, for example, I myself did a couple of interviews. I spoke with, I got our schedule here. I went ahead and I spoke with Tony from Arcane Wonders, and I saw a neat new card game from Arcade Wonders that we recorded an interview for. This card game is called Critical Mass, and it's all card driven, but the concept is that the players are driving mechs around and you outfit and customize all the weapons and everything that your mech has. So that was kind of neat. You can get laser or chainsaw swords on one arm and be carrying a big hammer and have different attack cards and defense cards and stuff. So that was one thing that I interviewed them about. And I also interviewed John from AEG, and we looked at a game called Space Base, which is kind of a neat racing game. It had similar flavors to kind of a Machi Koro underlying engine, but it was nice because you're rolling dice and activating certain abilities based on what you roll, kind of like Machi Koro, but you never get screwed out of not being able to play something based on a bad roll. Because in Machi Koro, you can roll and maybe there's no cards that match what you rolled or something like that. There's always something you can do as you kind of make a row of 12 different actions along this kind of all these slots that they have with these thin little like pack of gum width cards. And so Space Race was pretty cool to see. And tomorrow, again, these interviews are not being streamed live, but this will give you an idea of what's coming up. Where am I on the list? Fantasy. Oh, I'm interviewing Fantasy Flight Games tomorrow. We'll see if that actually comes through. And also Capstone Games with Clay from Capstone. That's going to be neat. Clay and Capstone Games, they make really super mega heavy, awesome games. So that'll be neat. And it looks like L4 Studios and, Formal Ferret Games with Gil Hova. Awesome. So we're doing interviews like from 10 to 5 p.m. every half hour. We have an interview scheduled. Additionally, on Thursday, I have like 5 more. The Dice Tower leaves on Thursday morning. And so Thursday, I'm still going to be here by myself doing just a whole bunch of Paradise interviews, getting a whole bunch of footage and stuff like that. So I'm trying to capture as much info as I can and take advantage of this high-speed internet as much as I can to do some surprise live streams. Speaking of which, let's turn this from a me talk about what I'm doing vlog to an actual live stream and do some interaction and see how you guys are doing. So let me scroll. Oh, no, let me not ruin things. Let me scroll backwards. Actually, I'm going to try to pop out the chat. Pop out chat. All right, better. Bigger. All right, and let's back up the chat a little bit and see how you guys are doing. Let's see. Hi, guys. Hi. Board gamers don't sleep. You know, that is the best thing, Gil, about GAMA is since I'm in Oregon and GAMA is in Nevada, it's the same time zone. And it's so nice to go to a convention and have it be in your same time zone. I can't tell you what it's like not eating breakfast at 4 a.m. Because you're in the same time zone. The best part is the Dice Tower crew that I am rooming with, they're all from Florida, so the tables are finally turned on them. So, like when we have dinner, or when we go to bed, it's like 4 a.m. to them, and I just have to sit there and silently grin, knowing that they're going through what I usually have to go through when we go to conventions. But don't tell them, and whatever you do, don't post this on the internet for them to see. All right. Hello. Yes, the speed is nice. Kabuki has 50 megabit per second up and down. I am so jealous. I have heard a rumor from my internet service provider that sometime later this year, my internet speeds may double. So I might get 20 megabit per second down and like 1.6 to 2.0 up, which is still not much. But I'm hoping that little tiny increase in upload speed is going to be enough to increase the video quality when we do metagames and table scraps. Speaking of which, you guys will hear it here first that I am planning to have table scraps return probably around the first week or so of April. I'm going to record a new batch. I have been... If you guys have followed the channel on Twitter or anything, you know that I have been setting up a new studio space. I moved my little recording area from the room downstairs to upstairs. So I have my computer workstation for work and now my recording studio all together in one big room. And I've slowly been bringing things up. I got a few new shelves, kind of trying to flesh out this wall. I'm kind of doing some new things with my blue backdrop I'm experimenting with. I actually have two blue backdrops with the clouds now. One of them's done, and it will be kind of a very different take on it. And the other one, I still have to do some work on to finish. But so I'm hoping that by the first week of April, I'll have all my new studio space open, and I can really start to get in to churning out videos. Because the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've either been rebuilding the studio or sick. And it's been a really challenging month in April. Anyway, so let's continue on here. Move into the hotel. Hey, yeah. I wonder if I just went from room to room, how long it would take for them to catch on and kick me out, because that might be a good idea. So Kabuki asks, doesn't GAMA not allow media creators to walk around and film this year? That was a really interesting thing. They did change the policy a little. Fortunately, they're not banning video footage completely. What they've changed is they don't want media people to just walk around the exhibit hall, just carrying their cameras around, filming everything, which was one of my favorite things to do at GAMA. I love just going into the exhibit hall and start recording and find stuff. But what they want you to do now is actually, I had to schedule in-booth interview times with publishers ahead of time and then let GAMA know my schedule. So all of my recording in the exhibit hall is going to take place pretty much Thursday afternoon. Thursday morning, I have a media room for 4 to 5 hours where I have about 5 interviews, like Dice Tower style, sit down at a table and talk to someone type interviews. And then in the afternoon, that's when I have all my interviews scheduled in the exhibit hall. So yeah, it's really weird that you had to do that. Someone's at the door. Who could be at the door? Oh, sorry. No, come here. Are you in a hurry?
No.
It's a special guest star, Derek Porter.
Oh,
I'm just popped on a live stream.
You're streaming.
There's actually people. Well, with the internet speed in this room, there's no way I could let this go by.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah. So let me make sure I can see you. I have my high tech solution going on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's flattering.
All right. So I think that they can see us. Now I lost the chat window, so let me go back.
Fix it now.
Fix it now. Oh, restore chat. I'll just whoop. There we go. Okay. Okay.
Hey, everybody.
So, did someone? Okay. So, what are you doing here?
Oh, I came to get my bag.
You left your bag here. That's right. How fortuitous.
Yeah.
So, how did you think the streaming went today?
Oh, the 30-minute stints that we did.
Yeah. Well, not the streaming. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the recording.
The
recording's going great, except for the one that had the error and scared the poop out of me. Yeah.
Yeah, that was true. Yeah, we were recording, and I was actually the one that was hosting that interview, and you were like, just
like,
stop. Yeah, and that was not the worst part. The worst part was when you went, "This has never happened before." So we learned something about live streaming today that can cause the compiler to crash.
Well, yeah. Well, I was just flexing. I'm learning the limitations of what the computer can do. As awesome as it is, it does have its limitations. So. Okay.
I'm going to look at you through here,
so
that I'm looking this way. The whole thing knows.
No, I'm not offended. I'm just going to make silly faces at you now.
I was talking about a little bit. I talked about the people I interviewed today and people I'm going to interview tomorrow. But let's see here. Tuesday we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wee. That's what happens when you use a pillow as a tripod. So we have 12 interviews. I'm sure we'll
I'm cracking up because we have all this really nice stuff in the other room. I know. But yeah,
that is true, isn't it? With now you're doing something neat where you're actually recording like camera A and B and then merging them together in the video at the same time. To try and save time in the editing.
Basically, what I'm doing is, and this is just how I'm not saying this is the smartest way to do it. This is just how I like to do it because it's going to save me a lot of work. Mm-hmm. I'm pretending that I'm streaming. I'm just recording that stream and switching it on the fly.
That's actually a pretty clever way to do it.
If I make a mistake, it's going to be in the video.
Okay, well.
But fortunately, I'm pretty good at this, and I don't make a lot of mistakes. So. Not to toot my own horn, but
wait till that
beep beep. You know?
Yeah, wait till the stop. This has never happened before video. Yeah. Let's go to the chat and see what people are saying. Gil says hi. Gil Mello.
Hello, Gil.
Yep. You know Gil, don't you?
Yeah, I think yes.
Yes. And
that's the Gil I'm thinking of.
If it is, you see, Mike Jones, really says, I'm just gonna say it. You'll have an unhealthy obsession with microwaves.
What?
For some
Explain
reason,
that one.
For some reason, the common crowd that joins me for my live streams, the conversation for one reason or another always tends to go towards microwaves.
So not us.
Not us.
Not you guys.
Just
you guys.
You guys. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
My microwave did literally explode one week, and so I went through a whole thing where I had no microwave. Okay. Then I got a new microwave. But
I was about to say, because we were complaining that for all the anemones that this suite has, it does not have microwave.
Yes, it has 2 refrigerators, but no microwave.
3, because I think there's one standing up in the bar area too.
Is there?
I think so.
Oh, you're gonna have to show it to me because
Yeah.
I went through there and I missed it. If it's in there, okay. Let's see here. Directing on the fly. If you're a good live director, that is a zippy way to do it. So Kabuki. So there you go. There you go.
Yeah. It's high risk, but I'm fine with it.
Well, it's high risk, high reward.
I mean, there's only 2 cameras, so it's I can only be wrong 50% of the time.
I guess I did see a couple of times where you were going to the other camera and then like Kenny or something moved it. You're like, nope. You went back.
Yeah.
That's a big nope. Did I hear that Suzanne was going to be coming in?
We are trying. Now she's not here with the Dice Tower. She has other responsibilities with Restoration Games. So
okay.
We would like, because she's here, we want to see if we can squeeze her in. But it's a matter of, can we work it around her schedule? So
cool.
So we are trying. It's a matter of, can we get these schedules to align so that she can and not feel like she's killing herself at a con,
doing 2 things at
Yeah,
once. Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's true. Well, I was going to go for like another 10 minutes or so here. So does anyone watching have any questions for Derek or I, or any non-heating appliance related comments? Is Chaz going on the Dice Tower cruise, asks Trevin. This specific moment, I'm not planning on it, mostly because if I go on the cruise, I want to take my wife and my daughter.
Yeah.
And my wife is adamant that if we go on a cruise, she wants to go on an Alaskan cruise. So I'm hoping.
Fair enough, because I would love to do that too. But
yeah.
As I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be going on cruises if I wasn't working for a company that was
hosting the cruise,
was having me work on one. Yeah. But I did have the fortunate perk of being able to bring my wife with me, and so I will heartily recommend it. I'm not a seasoned traveler, but it's the best vacation I've ever been on.
Wow.
Considering, and I was working.
Yeah, even working. All right, here. I also noticed buzz in this chat of talking about expensive Toblerones. Probably, I bet we have. Oh, we don't really have a little mini fridge stocked with food. We brought all our own stuff.
No, we just have a bunch of drinks.
Oh, yeah. Favorite food / meal so far. So we had. Would you say the buffet? That's really the only meal we've had here so far, really. Well, I guess
I did lunch down in there's a little restaurant here called Biscotti's here in where are we?
Reno?
The Peppermill Hotel.
Peppermill, yeah. We're in the Peppermill Hotel. I gotta say, this is a nice hotel.
Yes.
This is really nice. The weather in Reno today, we didn't really go outside.
I haven't been outside. So, but what is funny though is they have like on my path from my room to where I'm working, I had to get to walk through by the this area that has windows looking out into the pool area, and they have like these orange screens or filters on all the windows, so that when you look out the window, it's like an Instagram filter.
Yes. See?
Yeah. So I know that it was really cold, but there was a bunch of people swimming in the pool. You know.
Sepia tone. That's what they call it. It's like a sepia, old timey sepia tone photos.
Fancy words I not have. So,
there was another thing. The weather, but it was really nice blue sky. But I think it was in the upper 40s, low 50s today or something. But it was deceptively colder than I thought. Okay, what game are you playing most lately?
Board game wise, See, it's kind of funny. I don't actually play a lot of games. I just like read rule books and long and fawn over playing games.
Lucky you.
Yeah. But what I've actually been playing a lot of, like that I've actually hit the table a couple times, is Scythe. The hype is real for me on Scythe. I didn't back it on Kickstarter or anything. I just bought it at retail long after it came out. I was like, all right, I played it once. Like, hey, I kind of like this, and I liked it enough to buy it. So I'll say that it's what I'm probably. I mean, I played 2 games in the last month and a half, so I'll say Scythe.
I get in a similar boat sometimes, and I feel like I'm getting behind. I will say that just the Saturday, the day before I left to come here, my wife and daughter and I finished Charterstone. We played the 12th, I think 12th.
I got to play parts of that. Like I was doing for the Dice Towers playthrough of that. I was in the group for it, and while playing it was when I had my wife is in the hospital, so I had to bow out, and so I played some of the games, and then Melody played some of the games,
Okay.
and
So you didn't get the.
So I didn't get the full experience.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
I did enjoy it though. It was kind of fun.
Oh yeah, we enjoyed. I feel weird.
No spoilers.
I know no spoilers. Yeah. I will say that it started out. The game started a lot faster paced, and they slowed down as the game got more complex near the end. But when we finished it, it felt like finishing a really good book. But it was pretty satisfying. There's multiple branches of stuff that can happen. I won't spoil that. We felt we didn't get.
Is there? Because like I said, I didn't get to play everything, but I was kind of like I was wondering like. Without spoilers, narratively, do your choices really matter?
You can have like a choose your own adventure book. You can have different endings, and we felt we didn't get the most satisfying ending we wanted, but we did feel like satisfied, like finishing a good book, and we were kind of ready to move on to the next game. So, yeah.
You don't want to move your laptop because I think it's slow.
I think so too. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab a couple more questions here because wow, I can't believe how active.
This is a pleasant surprise. This is kind of fun.
I know. Yeah, I thought.
I only get to do Q&As normally when the guys are gone and I'm not at a show.
Yeah. Well, I like I said, I did this merely to use the bloody bandwidth we have, and I thought there would be nobody online. So this is awesome.
We worked hard to get it though.
I know. Okay.
We had to ask really nicely.
Let's see. Is there easy restaurants nearby?
There's stuff. Okay, well, yeah. If you know what I mean. From what I understand, this hotel is actually the rates are really affordable, but I guess Nevada has like an extreme state tax.
That's what I heard over dinner. Yeah.
So it's like I think it all balances out in the end, but it's like I think like rooms here are like $67 a night or something, which is
I heard that.
If you kind of look around, I mean, this is obviously the suite that we rented for recording videos, but like all the rooms look like this, like they're all really nice like this.
Yeah.
And it's always surprised, but like the coffee bar, everything is really expensive. Like my breakfast, I got a little croissant sandwich with a side of hash browns and a coffee, $26.
Yeah.
So. They get you.
Yeah, they get you with the food. Yeah. However, I think like if you leave the hotel like 2 blocks that way or less, there's a Wendy's.
Yeah.
You hit civilization real soon.
That's what's nice is that's like it's kind of like when we were in Vegas. It's like when you're on the strip, it's like you got to go quite a ways to find affordable eatery.
Yeah.
You know,
it seems a little easier to get out of the bubble here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Any standout thing or game or display or expansion or person at the convention so far? Asks Kabuki.
Okay, well, I haven't seen a lot because we had 8 publishers on today, and I just came from they're having the
game day.
Yeah, game day downstairs, and I didn't actually play anything. I just didn't have time to sit down and play because I'm working.
Yeah.
But I did see you were there. Mm-hmm. I saw the DC Spyfall.
Oh yeah, you were really excited about that.
Oh, here's the thing. I just want to say that it's like I don't think it's the greatest idea for the game because like the locations are so specific that I'm kind of like, is it really going to work? Because like, it's one thing to be like, hey, are we in the jailhouse or a submarine? It's like, is this Themyscira or Arkham Asylum? It's like I don't know how deep the gameplay will be compared to regular Spyfall, but the artwork for the game is phenomenal. I was just sitting there staring at the player aids on the table.
Yeah,
and the premise is instead of the spy, you're the Joker.
Yeah,
and the cards that were there, I think it was kind of prototyping, but the cards that were there, they don't have the specific role, so it's not like you're a security guard or the warden or anything in Arkham Asylum. It's just everybody gets the location card, and then there's a Joker.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be changed in the final or not. But anyway,
yeah.
So the artwork is amazing, and I was oogling over that when you were.
Yeah, and I got some footage of it. I got some quick footage of the box and a couple of the cards. The Batman illustration on it to kind of give you a theme of some art, if you're familiar or not. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like a Joe Madureira. I can never say his last name correctly, but a little bit of his kind of thicker, stockier, bigger chins type of artwork.
It's very. I don't. If you can disagree with me, but I was going to vibe. It kind of looked like the Batman Brave and the Bold art style, kind of.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Not that cartoony, but like just like
a little more caricaturish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that was actually that was a surprise to see that. I had no idea that was going to be here. So yeah, I agree. That was kind of the biggest surprise so far. Derek, what's your favorite game?
All right. Well, my answer is probably gonna disappoint you. My go-to answer for this, because I don't have an official ranking or list or anything. I just say One Night Ultimate Werewolf because it's the game that I've played the most and that I've seen perform well the most whenever I bring it out. Like, I feel like when I'm teaching people games or bringing games to a game night, I have more memories of that one working really well.
Have you played Werewords?
I have, and I do like it. But I didn't like the art. But here's I don't know if I should say. I play Werewords, but I don't own the game. I just use my One Night Werewolf cards, and I download the app, and I play Werewords that way.
We'll just say that you're playing it by customizing the components.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. So, but I mean, because I know that it's kind of derivative of another game that Oink did, Insider. It's kind of in that same vein. So I just kind of like I sort of homebrew play it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one that you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I saw they have the Kickstarter for the deluxe, and I am backing it.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Okay. First impressions, asks Kabuki, was the move to Reno a plus, a detriment, or neutral?
Okay. In the 2 Gamas that I've been to, this is the best.
Yeah, I would say, well, the hotel definitely is above the hotel that it's at in Vegas, because the one in Vegas has like 40 plus years worth of cigarette smoke just matted into the carpets and stuff, and this one doesn't have that much yet.
Well, and the whole Vegas scene is kind of a thing. I mean, I don't thrive on that kind of recreational activity. Like, it's like and so I take that stuff in small doses. So, by the end of last year, by the end of GAMA, I was like, okay, I'm ready to get out of Vegas.
Yeah.
But here, the hotel here is just, this place is immaculate. Like, I feel like,
it's clean. It feels clean.
Because I mean, I'm doing a lot more travel now since I started working with the Dice Tower. So now it's like, this is like, I feel like the fanciest hotel I've ever stayed in.
I would agree. Yeah, this. I mean, and if I don't know about the.
I think second only to like the timeshare my wife and I stayed at for our honeymoon. Like, I mean,
there you go.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mike Jones really asks, and I can never tell with Mike Jones if he's serious or being facetious. Did the Dice Tower move to Reno?
No, we did not. We're just here for the GAMA trade show. But I feel like you know that. But if you didn't, now you do.
There we go. And this scrolled a little too far. I'm trying to get back to where it was because there's a lot of good questions here.
Oh, that never happens with YouTube Live.
I know. Okay, Gil asks, any unique games you've seen so far? Again, we've seen like 8 so far, plus what we saw down in the game demos area. So we haven't seen a lot of what we expect to see this week yet. You know what I was surprised about? I don't know. Okay, we've seen maybe we had 8 interviews and some people brought multiple games, but it seems with the games the publishers brought today, plus what I saw down in the game demos, I've seen at least 3 memory-based games today, which is a real big surprise. And we're talking like not
That's
just
true.
Yeah, and the games like the traditional lay the cards down and try to flip and remember where stuff is. Level of and then of course
like be incorporated into all these other
and I don't know if that's like a little trend we're seeing or what, but
well, I definitely noticed it's like there's a lot of small time frame games, like short stuff, like very family. It's almost like board gaming is embracing the app revolution. It's like, here, just get some games you can wrap up in like 15-20 minutes.
Mike Jones really asks a question about Charterstone, which has a potential spoiler in it. So I apologize, Mike, but I'm going to skip that question because I don't want to be responsible for spoiling anything for anyone about Charterstone. So
to answer your question without spoiling anything, it depends on your interpretation of the rules.
Interesting. Okay, good save.
Yeah.
Good save. All right, Derek is married to Melody. No wonder.
No, I don't know how. If I spoke in a way that would construe that, but no,
you're married to Z.
No, my wife Tiffany. When I was talking about playing Charterstone, my wife was in the hospital and I was playing Charterstone with the guys and they needed to keep playing so they could turn the review around. So while I was taking care of my wife, Melody was playing my spot in that game. So when I was talking about, me and Melody, that's where that came from.
There we go.
And yeah, Melody is, yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Gil says, "Oh, thank you." Gil says that he loves Mick in the videos. My best friend Mick, who's been in a few things. I did a series with him. We have like 7 more that we recorded a few weeks ago when he came over. So I just gotta get those.
I watched a few of them. I know what you're talking.
The quiz show and stuff.
Yeah.
The
fool, the like one true.
Yes. So I think that was a lot of fun to put together. Okay. Any wainscoting? Is there any wainscoting in this room? Do you see any wainscoting?
I don't know what wainscoting is.
I know that at one point in my life I knew what wainscoting was. I can't remember. I don't know if it's a type of trim or a type of bedding but I'm just gonna say maybe it's possible. So a hotel this nice, there might be a little bit of wainscoting. You know what? And if there's not, I bet you the staff would bring some in. I bet you they do that for you.
Let's call right now.
No, let's move on. No. You just severely tempted me up. Okay, let's see if we can catch up here on the comments. We've been going for a half hour now, so we'll just try to get a few more, and then we'll let you actually have an evening, because I know it's 3 hours later for you. It's almost midnight for you here. Did you use a UV light to look for human fluids on the sheets? I've been to enough convention hotel rooms now that I know not to do that anymore. Just don't want to. Trevor, don't do that. Let's see here. Night crew with the questions. Stock up the fridge. Gamma ray oven. Okay, and Mike Jones asks, could you please make your dinner without it necessitating a superhero origin, please? I think that he was talking to Trevin, who is referencing the Hulk. So it looks like maybe the questions are dying down. So
it's like really those awkward guys that we're just kind of talking to everybody, then we kind of bump into somebody else's conversation.
Yeah.
And we're like, excuse us.
Yeah. Okay, I see 3 more questions up here, so I'm going to address these 3. And I think we're going to have to shut it down for the evening. Gil asks, any stand with the Harry Potter miniatures game? I heard someone talking about that today. We didn't talk to any publisher or see anything, but I heard someone, I was just standing like...
No, I'm not like a Kickstarter news junkie. I don't follow. I mean, I don't know. This is going to sound so bad, but I just got my Green Horde pledge, and of course I bought a secondhand Daimyo pledge of Rising Sun. And I kind of hit this moment when the Batman Kickstarter launched, and I was like, me personally, I'm kind of hitting miniature game fatigue.
I can see that.
Yeah. So I outside of the fact that it's Harry Potter and my wife and I are big Harry Potter fans, it's like, but I'm also smart to know that just because it's Harry Potter doesn't mean it's going to be great. Or that'll be the game for me.
Yeah. I bet you, that by the time this week is over, we will have either talked to someone firsthand or heard more news secondhand about that.
I'm really there. There's a lot more that I want to know before I go, before I decide if I want to buy a ticket to the hype train or not.
Exactly. Yeah. Brad asks, what theme game would you each like to see that you haven't seen? Oh.
Sorry,
what theme in a game would you each like to see that you haven't seen?
Okay, well, I harp on this a lot with the guys in the office, and they're sick of me saying so. But we need good music theme games. I feel like there's just because we're seeing right now. What I'm seeing a lot of just in the reviews I'm editing and stuff from Tom. We're seeing a lot of those I'm calling them like teaching games. They're kind of taking there's some chemistry game that Tom did recently. That was a covalence.
Yes.
Yeah, so stuff like that. I'm seeing a lot more of those kind of show up in my editing queue. And I'm like, there needs to be a really good, solid music game. And if I had the solution, I guarantee you I would be pitching it and selling it down in that room. But
well, what do you think of Drop Mix?
I thought Drop Mix was fine. It's an amazing piece of equipment, but I think game wise, it's not
It's pretty light.
yeah. I mean, to me, it's kind of like the deck decides who wins the game. So there's not a lot of game there. It's more of like let's just see what happens.
Yeah, I got to play it at PAX Unplugged, and it was like, this is neat. And I played like 2 games of it, and then at that point, I was kind of like, well, I'm at the point where I would like to just see what would just start playing with it,
Yeah.
and if you
It's a very fun, very flashy, and just incredible production values.
Yes.
Family card game.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
family
exactly.
card game.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not the gameplay that's happening there. To me is not like revolutionary or anything.
Yeah.
But
it is an amazing.
But it does what it does, and it does it well.
Yes. And for me personally, I've harped on this so much. I'm sure the viewers here are sick of it. I have always wanted to see games based on the Avatar: Last Airbender animated series.
Oh,
Not the movies, the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a Legend of Korra game by IDW, I believe. And it's Legend of Korra. It's not the original Last Airbender series, but it is set in that universe, which is a good start. So I'm hoping that kind of opens. I know licensing is weird, so a license for the Legend of Korra doesn't necessarily mean that the licensing for Last Airbender will become available, but it gives me hope that we might see some really neat games based on the Last Airbender series, that universe, and the events that took place during the show, because that would just be amazing. So that I'm going to go by my old. I'm going to cop out and go by my old standby. Mm-hmm. And I said one more question here, and I see a question mark. Kabuki asks, but no more $2.99 prime rib buffet. No, I always thought the food at the casinos was supposed to be really cheap because they want to keep you in the casinos, but the food here, not cheap.
No, yeah, food here is not cheap.
Yeah. But you know what is cheap? Me. and that is why I am going to try and take advantage of this high-speed internet as long as it holds out, and I'm going to try and do another live stream either tomorrow night or the next time. I'm going to try and do them and take advantage of this nice, free, super fast internet as much as I possibly can.
I can crush that too if you want.
If it's possible to ruin it, I'll just call it.
What's going on, Chaz? Are you streaming?
I've never seen this before. Great.
Yeah.
But something you don't want to hear Derek say.
What's up, man? What's up?
Yeah, I'll be sure to send you a text, and let you know that you can just pop in. Speaking of pop in, as we wrap up, we just want to welcome Mr. Tom Vassell to the show. So,
are we live?
We were actually just about to wrap up. So.
Good thing I walked in fully clothed.
Yes, that's a very good thing.
That's about to change.
That's
one shoe.
Okay.
2 shoes.
I'm gonna go right now.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. See you later. Send help. Say take care.
And now.
Oh my gosh! Hit the